Hey beauty. This is the second time that I've tried to record our July Akashic update. And I think it really just wanted to wait until today. Today here for me in real time is real time. Does real time even exist anymore? But we're here at that Capricorn full moon. So with that yang energy that's been supporting all of this yin. Thanks. I know one message that wants to come through today. I'm not really sure what the others are. So, would you allow yourself space to receive? Space to bear witness to the universe. Space outside of reality. Outside of the frenzy and hectic blessings of your busy summer. Place to be still and listen. And as I open the Akashic Records for July 2022, if you'd like to open them for yourself as well, please do. They say that by you opening yours as I'm opening that of the collective or of the month, you'll kind of sync up and get a little bit of guidance. So really allow yourself to receive and hear, to be guided into the right places. Akusha ulo no kuno. We ask Great Mother in all forms and manifestations to guide, protect, and surround July 2022 in love and truth. For it is in that love and truth that we are. Ooh, I know, they're coming in right away with celebration. I like that. We ask July 2022's masters, teachers, ancestors, and angels, loved ones, and guides to be present and to guide us in love and truth. We ask the keepers of the Akashic Records to allow us to enter and remove any information available to guide us in love and truth. We ask Great Spirit in all forms and manifestations to guide, protect, and surround July 2022 in love and truth, for it is in that love and truth that we are. They're very excited today, and part of this excitement that feels like it's coming in is really a radical celebration of you, what we have traversed over the last couple of years, and it also feels like the presence of a larger collective who is awake, who is doing their work, who is not not falling prey to the old games and old ways. Cool. There have been a few opportunities to distract that have been thrown in that they say for the most part, we're not falling victim anymore. Oh, that's the big celebration right now. The victimhood mentality has drastically shifted. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's keep going. We ask Great Father in all forms and manifestations to guide, protect, and surround July 2022 in love and truth, for it is in that love and truth that we are. We ask July 2022's masters, teachers, ancestors, and angels, loved ones, and guides to be present and to guide us in love and truth. We ask the keepers of the Akashic Records to allow us to enter and remove any information available to guide us in love and truth. The word that they're putting in is sovereign. You recognize that you are sovereign beings. You are moving in places according to that sovereignty, according to that claiming of joy. Hello no oku. This does feel like a pivotal time. Thanks. Pivotal in the way that they're kind of, and I don't know who they are, galactic forces, forces of the universe. They're kind of watching of like, how will you guys walk through this time? And because we're holding our sovereignty, it feels like we just, we just upped the timeline. I don't know that I love the idea of timelines anymore, but if you can imagine this spiral evolution, we just jumped up a level. Thanks. Congratulations. The card that I pull proving this just a little bit. Here's our Emperor energy, perfect for our Capricorn. That Emperor, I think you've heard me talk about. I want an Emperor, not a king. King is appointed. Emperor creates himself. And having this masculine who is in every way beginning to create themselves makes all the difference. I was sitting this morning because, thanks, I have a tendency to be very yin. Had a tendency in my yang, in my outward, in my doing, to burn out. And I've had to find a different balance with that within the last few years, within the last few decades. So what I can feel right now is the masculine doesn't want to be toxic. Duh. And they don't necessarily know what that path of recovery is, but they are reclaiming their power over and over. So celebrating that in whatever forms of masculine, of outward expression, of doing that you see, make sure you acknowledge it, please, because this is not being done haphazardly. Come on. Thanks. Second card that we pull as we're talking about this masculine energy, meeting with the feminine in a different way. Here's the card for reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, and friendship. From this beautiful Rose Lineage Oracle. It's exactly that. And I love that this is not coming in with like, oh my God, twin flame. It's not coming in with like love and partnership necessarily in that way. It's the reunion. It's you have been doing the work to reclaim and to heal both aspects of self. You have been, thank you. And you who's listening, you who is receiving this transmission, you recognize in yourself how you have been less divisive and more unified. The reunion of internal aspects of masculine and feminine, this internal healing that we have been doing. We're no longer seeking it from the inside out. Thank you. And this is the big teaching that we wanted to make sure that we did transmit today. Oh, cool, no cool. In this place of yin. Yin is that thing that rises. Egyptian language, sa. The sa is that energy that rises. The maum would be your will, your purpose, your destiny. That would be known as will, divine will, purpose, destiny. Yes, yes. These energies, like that's the thing that's already innately inside of you. The thing that you are, the thing that you were born to be, that is the easiest thing for you to be. That gets all clogged up by a society who's like shaming and judgy and scolding and telling you that who you are is not okay. Well, that world is shifting. And I want you to, they say particularly this month, pay attention to the places where it's not as hard and crunchy and corroded as it used to be. There's new openings and there's new opportunities. They're asking you very specifically to pay attention this month to where you notice the change. Put more focus on what's evolving rather than what's corroding and breaking. There's enough attention there. There's they need those of us who are paying attention to where things are beginning to shift and align in the right way. Not just the glitches, not just the breaks, but the blessings. The proof. It's cute. I have proof is in the pudding, and I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that means. Watch for the proof. Oh, that's cute. We talked about this proofing before. We're a new proof candy, right? And it's this water ball candy thing that you do. You put the stickiness into the water and you see if it sticks. Very much like the Aka. I'll also share here with the Aka. The Aka being that substance that creates all of reality. Aka being sexual fluids, being any bodily fluids. But I've watched recently the Aka also can be hijacked by candida and too much sugar. Because that's my issue. Hey, that's what this body is learning through right now. Cool. There's a false Aka that's going on in me that can get me stuck at times. And things that aren't necessarily that great for me. I don't even want to say it gets me stuck in a false reality. Maybe. And yet, can I have compassion on myself and be gentle and keep stepping back? Absolutely. This reunion energy that we're working on, this Aka, thank you, the rising force, this thing that comes up from you very naturally without effort. That's yours. That's true. It can be trusted. It should be followed. It should be the only thing that's followed. Versus, I can tell when people need or want something from me from outside. There's an external pressure that comes in with that. That to me, my first reaction is usually overwhelm. Versus, can I let it have the space to rise up and show itself to me and trust the unfolding of that process? Rather than in my misdirected yang energy, trying to find it, trying to hustle, trying to make things happen. Whew, that's not it. So watch for some of these things that are coming from up here, which would be part of this false reality, part of that reality that is not sovereign, that does not cherish your sovereignty. The things that come in that make you kind of move into position, recognize those are no longer beneficial for you. They were never really beneficial for you, but hopefully at this moment in time, you can recognize they've been directing and forcing actions, coercive rather than sovereign. Oh, that's really good. Thanks. Oh, cool. Coercive. Do I know how to spell coercive? I make notes over here, FYI, so that whenever I'm talking about it later, because I am transmitting, open channel, don't know what's going to come through. So it just is a little cohesive. Coercive, cohesive. Can I remember all those words? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, what else would you guys like to show us for this glorious month of July? Recognizing these energies are, healing from internally places. Thanks. The understanding of the yin and the yang, the doing and the stillness. Being able to find that balance and harmony. You're doing a great fucking job. That's really apparent right now. The soul recognition is that we want something else. Thank you. And that Four of Cups is another card of being still. It's, well, isn't this exactly a perfect card of the Saw in this way too? It's that rising energy. It's you learning to have the trust, the patience, the faith. And sometimes that faith and surrender idea is a little tricky, isn't it? Because we're like, what the fuck am I surrendering to? What am I supposed to have faith in? Have faith in you and your radiant destiny. Have faith in your joy. Have faith that you are called to this world now to oversee the new. Not by participating in the destruction of the old. Oh, for goodness sake, they're like, don't fight for the old. Don't fight for the old world. Please do not align your energies in that way. It will be devastating. Thank you. Aligning your energies to the old reality, fighting for anything in that old reality, takes from you, doesn't give to you. So I do appreciate that Four of Cups, that card of stillness. That Four of Cups, they asked me to remind you, it can teeter into depression at times. It can be that place, see if I can find it myself. It can be that place where doubt begins to come in. And again, notice things that are bubbling up versus things that are coming in. Where does the doubt actually come from? Might be wounded aspects of you, in which case, good golly, get in there and do some shadow work. Shadow work just means being present with the discomfort, listening to it, following it back, giving it the attention and love that it always needed, that it hasn't received yet, which is why it's still aching. Fair? It's aching. Wheel of Fortune, next card that I pulled, as we're talking about letting the old world unravel itself and not throwing your ring into the fight. Please don't. There's a lot of forces that are going on, and those forces are, oh, thanks, on track. Everything's on track. It's beautiful. Does it need to incite in you rage or action? I don't know. Maybe they're aligned with you, maybe they're not. Be ridiculously mindful of what is aligned with you and what is not. Because in this way of the Wheel of Fortune, I always love it's moving. It's not static. It's not going to stop. And even watching this RV Wade thing a little bit, the message that came in right away is like, hold up, we don't know what this is yet. And we can even watch some states that are like, we aren't going to let this happen. Cool. So all of that rage that it enticed, and this is not to be dismissive or casual about what it could be, but I want you to recognize what it could be is what we're reacting to, not what it actually is yet. Isana alainen ikiki. Hau kunuku. Thanks. I'm just asking them kind of the question that I'm asking is the protests that are going on. Are the protests the things that are changing anything? My sense is no. You can't see everything. Motherfucker, you can't see everything. Look at that. We can't see anything. So however you're asked to participate, make sure that it's yours, your participation, and aligned with your truth, aligned with your peace, aligned with your love, aligned with the reality that's coming in, not the one that's going away. Heard, motherfuckers. Heard. And you can even tell, like, I get discomfort. I'm uncomfortable talking about these things because I don't want to be an asshole. Me, I don't want to be an asshole. And yet, I recognize I have different eyes on this reality. And it doesn't always line up. Doesn't always line up. Let me just say that. So friendships can get a little sticky at times. Heard. So can I remind you, if you're having some of these instances as well, where you were truly feeling an anchoring peace and kind of participating with a little bit of a soft gloves on this reality, soft pause. Okay. Great. Thank you so much for doing that. And the people who are upset with you for doing that, well, it's theirs, not yours. It's theirs, not yours. It's theirs, not yours. It's theirs, not yours. So with that Wheel of Fortune, you guys, what we have been asking for, and it's funny with this, right? Because we are asking for that vision of what's ahead. It's been dropping in just tiny bit. Lynette of Oracle of Your Soul said it really nicely. And she's like, you can like see the curve, but you can't see what's around the curve. Nature of awakening. Nature of reality right now. But I want you really today to feel into that peace. And maybe that's what we'll do for an activation. I want one more card where they might show us a little bit because I like sneak peeks. Fair? Not spoilers. And isn't that funny? That's exactly what the nature of this reality is right now. We can have sneak peeks. We can't have spoilers. Don't really know what's ahead. I can just see that something is coming. And for all of this year, I've been very excited about July now that we're here. I get it. Boy, do I get it. So in that what's ahead, hey, motherfucker, there's our Queen of Wands. And I do love that Queen of Wands because it is this place of radical creation. The Queen of Wands with the Emperor energy in here. This is not little. These are not small potatoes. Do you like all the fucking goofy things that are coming out of my mouth today? Yeah, me too. That Queen of Wands energy, she is sovereign. And she's taking, oh God, look at that Queen of Wands. She's taking joyous action of her destiny. That which is hers, not outside of her. She is creating from this place of what's hers to create. Yeah, baby. Say loco, kiki. How urno kuku. I'm also looking for like what instrument we want today because I can kind of feel where they want to bring us now. As we move into this activation phase, recognizing that the Akashic right now is feeling very light. Things are moving in the right way. The chessboard is being played out. That's our Wheel of Fortune energy. And until the board is set, there's no action for you to take. Noted. So being still when you need to be still and reserving that energy for when you are asked to step in. Step in with that thing that is yours, that does align, that does bring you joy. You know, they're really clear on this. Fighting does us nothing. Nothing. No thing. Hey, hey. Okay, let's get in there. In this phase of activation, please no driving. Pull over if you need to. And even the way the rattle is coming in, it's a little tickly. Allow the sound of this rattle to go through and scratch anything that's itchy inside of you. To stir up and move out. Anything that might be disrupting your natural state of peace, harmony, and bliss. Receiving this rattle deep inside of you first. letting it penetrate any blockages, any limitations. I'm staying with this as long as you need as I move the vibration of the rattle outside of your body and into your field. They're showing me in your field is what tells reality how to create and construct itself. The beliefs, the programs, the directives come from within. So let's give a sweet little reset on any of these programs or beliefs that are limiting or blocking the fullest expression of your joy, your destiny, your bliss. And maybe there's an element you want to ask for help as well. Maybe it's the wind, fire, water. Maybe it's earth. Allow this to be a potent clearing today. For anything that you haven't been able to unravel or release on your own. Let us help, boo. Sending the sound of rattle to the places of your pain, stuckness, discomfort, being misunderstood, frustration, aggravation. Yeah. Allowing the rattle, like that rattlesnake, to come in, take it out, remove it, dissolve it, stuff it. Transmutation, my love. Sour. I want you to allow yourself to soak in the silence now. I had a client this week remind me, hi Heather, resilience is to re-silence. It's a source from something deeper within you. And if you watch your brain constantly scrambling or trying to understand, I want you to really just imagine yourself taking your head off, hold it in your lap. You can listen to it jabber and tell you every manner of what could be wrong or what is wrong. And you come into heart, this place of your absolute presence. With your head in your lap, kind of there in the Ganusa, there in the primordial waters. Reset all of your thoughts to the truth of you. They would like me to also qualify that easy doesn't mean it's without complications. It just means that you know who the fuck you are. You won't be confused. Hardships, oh, aren't they delicious? Don't we learn so much from these ups and downs of joy and heartache? Oh, thanks. Thanks. They would like me to acknowledge that joy is different. Joy is not on that continuum of heartache. Joy and pain are not opposite. Noted. Pain and pleasure. Joy is wholly unto itself. And in this resilience that's being built today, we're filling up your storehouses. Any place where you felt depleted, misunderstood, isolated, frustrated, alone. And watch also for those places where the stillness, or you want to pop away from it. Invite yourself back in. This could be through heart, this could be through second chakra, second shanka of the Ganusa. But in that stillness, I want you to feel your sovereignty pulsating. That stillness, like the jaguar. I'm not going to go chasing shit. I'm going to pounce one time effectively. I'm going to draw everything to me. Ooh, yeah. Pull jaguar into that second chakra. Seeing those black swirling waters of Ganusa like the black fur of jaguar. Plush, holding, infinite. Ask your breath how it wants to meet you here. Ask your body if there's anything it wants to surrender to this perfect, sleek blackness. And I want you to be cradled by it now. Sahu sihu suhu sa. 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 It's the way that we see when we cannot see, much like that Two of Swords energy. Instead of seeing with our eyes and trusting sight and trusting the light to show us the darkness, Sahu sihu suhu sa. Sahu sihu suhu sa. We trust the other senses. How does it feel? What's the texture? Is it rough or is it smooth? Is it cold? Is it hot? Sahu sihu suhu sa. What do you smell? Build your superpowers, my love. That these other senses may come in the absence of light to support you, to show you how to move, how to navigate, how to be still. Sahu sihu suhu sa. Sahu sihu suhu sa. Play with the sense of touch. Feeling again perhaps textures or surfaces or temperature. Knowing that whatever comes up is right. And today I ask you just to feel the surface of the void. Knowing that it lives in second chakra. Knowing that what rises from that void is your destiny, your truth, your Maum. A droplet of you that is so divine, that wants to become on the Akasa, on this Akashic web of reality. And you can see as soon as I talk about it, my voice raises, yours probably does too, but drop back down a little bit. I just want you to feel supported by the void. The stillness that is nourishing. The no thing, which is life-giving. Sahusi hususa. Sahusi hususa. And with your head there in your lap, it's kind of nice because anytime that you try to seek meaning, well, there's no place up for it to go. When we're thinking, sometimes our face will squinch together. We'll find ourselves looking up. With your head there in your lap, it too is cradled by the void. To develop new senses, new knowing, new awareness. Because what happens in a world where you can't trust your senses and your experiences? Can't trust what you've been told. Can't trust the history you've been taught. Sahusi hususa. Sahusi hususa. Sahusi hususa. Good. I want you to give your head a good shake there on your lap. Like shake it out as if you're trying to get all the cobwebs and anything that might be stuck in there out. Giving it to the void. Putting it back up on your head when you're ready. Letting it orient differently. New senses, new abilities. New presence. Clarified vision. Oh, thanks. Let's also link up with your breath, that second chakra, and your head. Brain specifically. Let's do a breath through the spinal column then. That's nourishing and stimulating the entire nervous system. That this peace, this ability to know what is true for you, where to act and how to move, goes to the brain as a directive to listen to the Ganusa, to the second Shenka. Anything that feels like action, sometimes it feels hurried or rushed. Reactionary. Ooh, there's my word. Reactionary. Any reactionary is just coming from head and coming from outside. We want your brain to be honoring most the directives that come from within you. And those that are truly yours. Sahusi hususa. With the ability to navigate with new eyes and new ways. Good. You can open your eyes when you're ready. Making sure your head's back on, and this breath is linked down here to who and what you truly are and what is real. Continuing to develop the tools to navigate that. Sahusi hususa. It is a hekau. I can't give you a direct definition of it. So in that way, sing it as it feels right for you. I don't know a direct definition of it, except when I sing it, it seems to turn on the other senses differently. Feeding back to that Sahu, which is the light body. Keep anchoring into what is real and what is real for me. Because not everybody's living in the same reality, my love. How boring if we were, huh? Sahu sihu suhu sa. They say this energy is going to serve you particularly well through about September. September, it feels like we have another bend that comes as we are approaching that equinox energy. Yep. There's our Four of Swords, and I kind of love that Four of Swords because it is that place of like, and just stop right there. Fours stabilizing, but the Four of Swords for me is also, I think of sometimes, thank you, aren't we back to it? The Emperor. Who wants to be a fucking king? Everybody wants to be king, so everybody's trying to kill you or trying to like get you out or knock you off or poison you or sleep with your beloved. Like, ugh, I don't want to be king. Self-made, be the emperor. So with the Four of Swords, sometimes I think of that king energy. Everybody's out to get you in some ways, and that's not really truly Four of Swords, but an interesting interpretation here today. Thanks. And as they say it for me too, it's also like, what's the stuff that's coming from outside of you versus what's rising from inside of you? How are you showing up in the world, creating the reality that you know as it exists? There's our Queen of Wands. The whole world is waiting to engage with you, to construct itself and craft itself according to beautiful visions. Hold some beautiful visions. I had an experience this week where I may have overshared my dreams and visions with a client, and I felt her dismiss it and mock it. Not outwardly, because she's too much of a lady for that. But I felt afterwards like a sense of loss. This is also what will happen if you overshare anything from any mystery tradition. If you overshare at all, right? There's that like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I had that sense right away. She wasn't outwardly unkind. I felt it. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. And it's okay. I did. And then I get to drip back into this place. Drip? Maybe. Cancer. Come back into this place and refeed my dreams, my beautiful visions. Mine that is not going through a punishing reality anymore. Reality that is ripe with suffering and struggle. Oh no. I'm already working on new Akashic fields, as are you. With every beautiful vision and aligned to action that you hold. So thank you. Thank you. And I'll tell you, fuck, this was so much better than the first one that I did. Not better in that way, but the other one felt, this is our right message. This is nourishing, and I thank you for letting it come through. I hope that it feels good. And I hope that you come back to it as often as necessary. And as we continue our month of July, we will be doing live meditation, live Q&A. I'm asking you with those Q&As, like, bring me your weird fucking questions, please. Let's of course, we will have plenty of tender moments and sharing in our live gatherings. But I'd also like to be of better use to you in that way. Ask me questions about tricky shit that's coming up. We did get one from Claire. Thanks, Claire. That's really good that I'm excited to address. But as they come up for you too, and you're like, I don't really know how. Oh my God, would you please put to use my 20 fucking years of experience in this field? That feels how I want to show up for you, how I want to participate with you, to guide you and love you. So you don't have to make as many mistakes as those of us who didn't have better mentorship. And a reminder, yeah, mentor, whatever, that age of guru is dead. No one is going to do anything like you do. No one has the fucking blueprint for your success and your destiny. You get to dip into these places to hear it. I love you so very much.